hot and it is very humid outdoors. When you step outside, not only will the heat greet you, but also those gusty winds will. Right now, let's take a look at temperatures across the board. In the valley, they range from 93 up to 98 degrees. So yeah, it is very hot out there. But of course, you have to factor in the humidity. It's not going anywhere. It's summertime. It'll stay pretty high over the next few days, at least through the next 7 days, that's for sure. Looking at your temperature range of what it feels like to your skin, it feels like anywhere between 101 to 111 out there. So very sizzling hot, and it's going to continue to remain elevated for the day ahead. Now, looking at the winds, at least we do have that wind out there to kind of move that hot air around, but it is more like a hot dryer, kind of like a blow dryer, just blowing around in your face out there. But we're out of the south-southeast, anywhere between 16 and 20 miles per hour. Sustained winds, that means constantly blowing. The wind's gusting up near 30 miles per hour in Harlingen, Weslaco, and Port Isabel. Even Brownsville seeing a 28 mile per hour wind gust. So yeah, it's very gusty. This is not going anywhere. Let me show you the wind speeds over the next 7 hours. You see they remain elevated well into this evening, and it's not until late tonight where those winds will actually die down a little bit to provide you a little bit of relief. Looking at the day planner forecast, triple-digit heat is where we're headed, and then we're back to 96 for your drive time home. Lots of sunshine out there and a lot of dry weather in the forecast. And in fact, we're going to continue to see triple-digit heat over the next several days. Notice that it's not quite record-breaking, but getting pretty close to it. Triple digits, we're talking 100 to 101. Your records for the next 3 days are 103, staying well above the average, but kind of just shy of those records. Now, the reason for that, we have a lot of dry air in our atmosphere, courtesy of high pressure, and you can see that a lot of the stormy weather staying well to our north and east and kind of moving into the Gulf Coast states, where kind of around Texas is where a lot of this heavy rain is going to be. There's nothing severe in the forecast, especially for the Gulf Coast, but definitely some heavy rain in the forecast. And also, if you notice, just off of the Atlantic, well, that is Gert. So Gert is still churning around out there as a tropical storm right now, but this particular system will change. So let me show you what's in store. Put the track in motion, and we go into about Tuesday morning. Notice it hasn't changed much, but here you go. It could strengthen into a Category 1 hurricane by later on that night or early Wednesday morning. Notice it's not impacting the land, so that's the good news. It's staying off the eastern seaboard, but it definitely will make the current and also the water's a little bit rough over there for the next couple of days. But the good news is that it steers away from the eastern seaboard. Back at home, what we are going to experience a lot of hot and dry weather. So high resolution future track model indicates that the heat will be around every single day. At night, you may see a few clouds that pop up, but that's about it. That green that's popping up, don't get too excited over there. Basically, that's just a little bit of moisture that this particular model is overcompensating with. The breeziness will pick right back up mid-morning tomorrow, stay elevated for the remainder of the day, eventually slowing down late Tuesday, going into early Wednesday. That's where we see those changes. By Wednesday, though, you start to see, again, another little round of green specks here on the map. And it's indicating, some models are showing a little bit of an increasing moisture pattern because of some tropical waves to our south. But the thing about it is, I think we have so much dry air in the upper levels that we're really not going to see that rain. The only difference is you may see a few extra clouds in the sky. Now keep in mind, because of the gusty winds that are out there today, we'll have the bay very choppy out there. We have a small craft advisory for the bay and the Gulf active now until 9 o'clock tonight. So these conditions are not going to change. The wind is not going to slow down until late tonight. So we'll be watching to see if it meets advisory levels until later than that. But for now, it is set until 9 o'clock tonight. Then later on tonight, 80 degrees will be your low. It won't be as gusty. A few clouds will linger in the sky, but really not a whole lot out there. Tomorrow, we're back to triple-digit heat. It's also going to be very breezy, feeling like 105 to 110 degrees for several hours. Not quite heat advisory level. You have to be at 111 or higher for several hours in the afternoon to kind of meet that advisory level here. But 101 to 101 for Thursday, but here we go. Friday, Saturday, a few extra clouds, temperatures right around 99 degrees there. I think for the most part, the clouds are going to be the only big change to Saturday and Sunday's forecast. Some models try hinting at a few showers, but I think for the most part, we'll be dry and back near 100 come Sunday. Your overnight lows will stay in the upper 70s and low 80s. And that's your updated First Warn 5 forecast. Don't go away. We'll be back with more news and weather when we come back from the break.